Hello dear students, I'm Betsy Miss here, and today we are going to begin with the third lesson of Civics, that is, the features of the Constitution. In the previous chapter, you learned about the preamble of the Constitution, that is, the introduction of the Constitution. In this lesson, you're going to learn about the features that are there in the Constitution. These include federalism, the division of the powers, the union territories, the parliamentary system of the government, and so on. So, shall we begin? In the last two lessons, we studied how our constitution was made. We studied its preamble and understood terms like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. The goals expressed in the preamble are the characteristic features of our constitution as well. Apart from these, the constitution also has other features. We shall try to understand these in the present chapter. The first topic that we learn in this chapter is federalism. One of the important features of our constitution is the federal system. It is a system of running the administration of the country by the governments at two levels, with each one making laws on separate or different subjects. In countries with large territories and huge populations, government is run by a federal system. Ruling a large territory from a single capital city is not only difficult but may also lead to the neglect of some far-flung areas. People residing there cannot participate in the affairs of the government. So, if a country is very huge in area, and there is only one capital city from where the government works, then what may happen is that first of all, it will be highly difficult for the government to run the entire country by controlling or by sitting or presiding over just one particular capital city. And secondly, the far away areas from the capital city will be affected very badly, because the government will not be able to give enough attention to the needs and the requirements of the citizens of those areas. Therefore, governments function at two levels in a federation. The government at the center carries out tasks like the defense of the entire country, foreign policy, establishing peace, etc. It is called the union government or federal government. So basically, so that there will be no problems if the government is presiding at one single city and trying to control the entire country, so that there is no problems in the proper functioning of that government. The government works in two different sections or parts. The first section is the union government or the federal government. The union or the federal government is the center government, and it carries out the main important and most important task as of the overall country. This may include subjects or topics like the defense of the entire country, to protect the country from attack of other countries. That is a very important thing to be considered, and it is considering the entire country. The protection of the country or the defense of the entire country is a very important thing that has to be done by the center government or the union government or the federal government. Another important topic is the foreign policy. Foreign policy means the exchange of monetarization or the money between among the countries. Exchange of stocks or exchange of money among the countries to increase the financial stability of the country. That is to be controlled by the union government or the federal government. Then establishing peace. If there are riots, if there are some kind of disputes in the country, the major thing to establish peace, to create peace among the citizens of India is the responsibility of the union government. Okay? It carries out the administration of the entire country. The government that oversees the administration of the region that we live in is called state government. It looks after the administration of a particular state. So, the second category which the government is divided into is the state government. The government that takes care of a particular region we live in. For example, the Maharashtra government and each state, okay, the Kerala government, the Gujarat government, and so on and so forth. Okay, this government is taking care of that particular area. Okay, the functioning and the proper administration of that particular state. For example, like I just now mentioned, the government of Maharashtra looks after the administration of the state of Maharashtra. The government of Maharashtra takes care of the running of Maharashtra, the state of Maharashtra. The system of running the administration of a country cooperatively by the governments at two levels, making laws about different subjects, is called federalism. Separation of powers. The Constitution has divided the subjects for making laws between the union government and the state governments. So there are two different categories of the governments that, for the proper functioning of the entire country. One is the main federal government or the union government, okay, that takes care of the entire country, and then you have the state government that takes care of that particular state of the country, okay, and all state governments work together to function in each of the state. Okay, now obviously if there are two different types of government running for the proper functioning of the country, then both the governments also will have their own laws that are divided among the subjects that the administration of the particular government is taking after. Okay, so state government is responsible for the state administration, and the state administration works on certain state laws. Okay, let us see which government is entrusted with what subjects. Our constitution has given 3 lists of various subjects. The first list is called the union list. Now, our constitution is having 3 categories of subjects for the laws, the preparation of the laws. Okay, and the first list is called as the union list. It contains 97 subjects on which the union government makes laws. The state list is for the state governments to legislate upon. It contains 66 subjects. So the constitution has 3 lists. The first list is the union list, and the union list has 97 subjects. And based on these 97 subjects, the union government, that is the federal government or the government that is running the entire country, is making laws or rules based on these 97 subjects. The second list that is given by the constitution for making laws is the state list. The state list is for the state government. The state government follows the state list and prepares laws based on the 66 subjects that are there in the state list. The first list is the union list and has 97 subjects. The second list is the state list and has 66 subjects. Apart from these 2 lists, there is a concurrent list which contains 47 subjects. Both governments can make laws on subjects included in this list. If a subject comes up that is not included in any of the lists, the union government is entitled to make laws on it. Okay, the third list is the concurrent list. The concurrent list has 47 subjects, and both the government, that is the federal government or the union government and the state government, both of these governments can make laws based on the 47 subjects of the concurrent list. If a subject comes up that is not included in any of these three lists, if there is a subject that is not mentioned in any three lists, ये यूनियन लिस्ट में भी नहीं है, स्टेट लिस्ट में भी नहीं है एंड कॉन्करेंट लिस्ट में भी नहीं है, अगर ऐसा एक सब्जेक्ट आया, देन द यूनियन गवर्नमेंट, दैट इज द फेडरल गवर्नमेंट और द गवर्नमेंट दैट इज रनिंग द एंटायर कंट्री is entitled or responsible to make laws on it. Which government is responsible? The union government is responsible to make laws on that subject which is not mentioned in any three of these lists. These powers are termed as residuary powers. Do you know the division of powers in the Indian Constitution is very unique. It enables the union government and the state government to bring about the country's progress by cooperating with each other. Our way of mechanism or cooperation between these two governments, that is the union government and the state government, is very unique as compared to the other countries. This also encourages participation of citizens in the administration of the country. Who deals with what subjects? Now, subjects with the union government: defense, foreign relations, war and peace, currency, international trade, etc. Subjects with the state government: agriculture, law and order, local government, health, prison administration, etc. So these are the subjects, some examples of subjects that the different types of government deal with. The examples of the subjects of the union government are like I had mentioned before. It is concerned, the union government is concerned with the defense of the country, whether the country is properly protected or not. Okay, regarding the foreign relations, the war and peace, the currency, international trade, etc. The subjects with the state government or the state government is concerned with the following subjects: the agriculture that is being practiced in the country, the law and order, whether it is being maintained, the local government, the health of the citizens living in that region, the prison administration, whether how long the prison administration is, what is the prisonment practices that are being done in that particular state. Okay, these things or these subjects are concerning the local government or the state government. Subjects with both the governments: employment, environment, economic and social planning, personal law, education, etc. Union territories. In India, there is a union government, 29 state governments and 7 union territories. The union government controls the union territories. So we have a union government, correct? And the union government takes control over the union territories, the 7 union territories that we have in our country. So the 7 union territories are in the control of the union government, since they do not have a state government. Following are the 7 union territories: New Delhi, Daman and Diu, Puducherry, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep. Parliamentary system of government. The Indian Constitution has provided for a parliamentary system of government. In such a system, the Parliament, that is, the legislature, has the highest decision-making power. The Parliament or the legislature has the highest decision-making power. That means the ultimate decision goes into the hands of the legislature. Indian Parliament includes the President, the Lok Sabha or the House of the People, and Rajya Sabha or the Council of States. The Council of Ministers that runs the administration emerges from the Lok Sabha and is answerable to the Lok Sabha for all its decisions. The parliamentary democracy. In the parliamentary democracy, the discussion and debates that take place in the parliament have great significance. So the parliament is a place where you have the ultimate decision, debate over certain topics and suggestions and subjects. Okay, and the main parliament includes the President, the Lok Sabha or the House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha or the Council of States. The Council of Ministers that run this administration, that is emerging from the Lok Sabha, is answerable to the Lok Sabha for all the decisions that they make over there. Do you know? You have surely seen currency notes. The words "guaranteed by the central government" are printed on currency notes. If you have seen the badge on the uniform of a policeman, it reads Maharashtra Police. There are certain things like that what is mentioned over here on your currency notes. You will be able to observe certain words like guaranteed by the central government, and on the badge of the uniform of a policeman you will read that Maharashtra Police has been written on the badge. Okay, if you can observe, if you have not observed the words written on the currency notes, you can observe it if you want. After you listen to this video, you can check out the currency notes and find where these words "guaranteed by the central government" is written. You must have surely come across the following: Indian Railways and Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation. This means that in our country, government functions at two levels. One is the central government and the other is the state government. Example, Maharashtra state government, Karnataka state government, etc. So the first example which they gave of the currency note having the words "guaranteed by the central government" is trying to give you the example or the ideology of the power of the union government or the main federal government. The other words, examples of other words that were mentioned here, for example, of Maharashtra Police, of Indian Railways, and of Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation. The batches have been given on page number 73 of your textbook. You can go through those batches, images of those batches. And in case of Maharashtra Police and Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation, these two batches are trying to make you understand that they are in the control of the state government, whereas the Indian Railways is in the control of the central government.